What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nasher, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now 192 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below, answering the question of the day, which is this: what is your all-time favorite Yu-Gi-Oh GX season? Let me know down in the comments below. Excuse me. And speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh GX, today's video we actually have something very interesting for you guys. So Konami has just announced 3 new cards that will be in the upcoming OCG set, limited pack GX Osiris red. And this is actually kind of crazy because I've already talked about 3. Technically there's 6, but I've already talked about 3 of the cards that will be in the set. Those 3 are Conduction Warrior, Linear Magnum Plus Minus, Chaos Distill, and Heroes Rule 1 5 Freedoms. Those 3 cards, I've already talked about them on the channel, but I am going to talk about them one more time, just in case if there are new subscribers that didn't get a chance to watch that video. This will be a good opportunity for them to get a good look at what these cards will be capable of. So let's get down to it. First up, obviously, Conduction Warrior, Linear Magnum Plus Minus, which, if I can show off the artwork, there we go. Which is a 7-star Earth Rock, 2700 attack, 1300 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by 72 Magna Warrior monsters whose original level is 4 or lower from your hand deck and or face up field to the grave. You can only special summon this card once per turn this way, and both of the effects are once per turn. First effect reads: you can target one other Earth monster on the field. This card gains attack equal to half that monster's until the end of the turn. Second effect reads: if this card is destroyed and sent to the grave, you can add it to your hand. So this basically can just revive. You can literally just revive itself over and over again just by adding it back to your hand. Send any two Magna Warriors to your graveyard, summon it back out, and you're pretty much just off to the races from there. Ironically enough, this card's attack can go up to like 4,000, potentially like 5,000, depending on what monster you target. But this basically is like a game. It could potentially be a game changer for the Earth Rock decks. You know, like the the Magna Warrior decks out. You know, in the format. It can definitely be a game changer, but if your opponent has a card like, say, Imperm or an Effect Veiler, the card is essentially useless. But I mean, for the most part, this is pretty much like, this is pretty gimmicky, to say the very least. But that's just my opinion anyway. Next up, Chaos Distill. which is a continuous spell. And the second effect is a once per turn. First effect reads, any card sent to your graveyard is banished instead. Second effect reads, you can activate one of these effects. Add one Macrocosmos or a card that mentions it from your deck to your hand, except this card. If Macrocosmos is on the field, banish this face-up card from the back row. Add a light monster with question mark attack from your deck to your hand. So this is sort of like a really weird version of Rhoda, where you can add Macrocosmos. You can add or add pretty much any card that mentions macro to your hand, or you can also add any light monster to your hand as well. So this is basically a Rhoda, but a much more slower Rhoda, where as opposed to the original Rhoda, it's just instant. You can just play it, add to your hand, you're off to the races from there. Then of course, Heroes Rule 1 5 Freedoms. Honestly, the artwork looks super cool. The artwork looks really amazing, you guys. They did an amazing job with it, but it is a normal trap with the effects reading as followed. Target up to 5 cards in any grave, banish them. Second effect reads, if this card is in your grave, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, then target one of your banished elemental hero monsters, special summon it, ignoring it in summoning condition. Interestingly enough, you can target a Stratos and you can use its effect right off the bat to either pop the back row or to add to your hand. So this is basically a fifth, sixth, and seventh copy of Rhoda, of Rhoda, if you will, which is absolutely insane because you can literally banish this card, bring back Stratos, use its effect, get the search out, and you're just off to the races from there. Now we move into the 3 brand new cards that have just been announced. First one up is Archfiend Matador. Which is a 6-star Dark Warrior Ritual with 0 attack and defense. And it says you can ritual summon this card with Ritual of the Matador. You can only use, the first effect is a once per turn. And it reads, if this card is Ritual Summon, you can add 2 Archfiend cards from your deck to your hand, except this card. Also this card cannot attack this turn. Second effect, cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from battles involving this card. Third effect reads, if this card battles a monster after damage count, destroy that monster. If you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So this is basically double Rhoda and Catastor rolled into one card. Literally, that's what it is. It's literally double Rhoda, Yubel, and Catastor rolled into one very interesting 6-star monster. And honestly, that's actually kind of cracked. I mean, obviously, yes, it has to be in an Archfiend deck, specifically, but it's still a really powerful card, and you can also just put this into defense position, and it wouldn't be destroyed by battle. And even if you put it into attack mode, guess what? You still don't take any damage whatsoever. So in a way, technically, if it's in attack position, it's basically Yubel. If it's in defense position, it's pretty much a Spirit Reaper, which even Reaper by today's standards is still pretty crazy. So that's actually kind of cool. Next up, we've got Ritual of the Matador, which is basically the ritual spell to summon out Archfiend Matador. by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose soul levels equals 6 or more. That's its first effect. The second effect reads, you can banish the card from your grave, special summon a non-ritual Archfiend monster from your hand. So that's actually kind of cool. Being able to summon out, summon out two monsters in one turn is actually kind of crazy. There have been some reprints announced, but I'll get to those in a little later on. But before we continue, I do want to bring something up. If you guys remember, what was it? When was it? So if you guys remember, a couple days ago, I talked about some of the free agent cards that were released for Duelist Advance. One of them was Gaia Stream, the Graceful Force. I guess the artwork had already been released. So here's the artwork for Gaia Stream, which actually looks kind of sick, actually. And then also, Legend of Justice Kaiba Man was the other one that I talked about on the channel. This is the artwork, and it looks crazy. It looks so clean. So there's that. I've already talked about those cards on the channel from the other day. So if you guys have not checked out that video, you guys can definitely check it out. But looking at the limited pack GX Osiris Red. There is another one that has been announced, and it is known as Prima Light. So I never would have imagined that this card would be getting released after all these years. But there's the artwork, absolutely incredible, and it's a quick play spell, and both of its effects are a hard once per turn. And the first effect reads: activate one of these effects. Tribute one Earth Warrior. And if you do, special summon a Light Warrior from your hand or deck. During the main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon a Warrior monster from your hand. Second effect reads, during your main phase, you can banish the card from your grave, add a Warrior or Fairy Cyber monster from your deck to your hand. So you can literally, so you can summon, so you can add Cyber Prima, add 12 Cyber, Cyberblader, just to name a couple. Basically, you're Rhoda for that specific deck, if you will. But the reprints that had just been announced for the set include Wing Kuribo, and then for the Elemental Heroes, you've got Avion, Burstinatrix, Sparkman, Clayman, Bubbleman, Wildheart, Necroshade, Blade Edge, Flame Wingman, Thunder Giant, Tempest, Wild Edge, Shiny Flare Wingman, Ancient Gear Golem, Ojama Yellow, Green, and Black, Arm Dragon level 3, 5, and 7, Edwall Cyber, Blade Skater, Cyber 2-2, Cyber Prima, Steamroid, Drillroid, Cyber Dragon, Death Koala, Death Kangaroo, Big Koala, Hydrogeddon, Oxygeddon, Water Dragon, Helios the Primordial Sun, Cyber Blader, Cyber Twin Dragon, Cyber End Dragon, Master of Oz, Miracle Fusion, Skyscraper, Power Bond, Future Fusion, Bonding H2O, and Macro Cosmos. So you're pretty much getting a lot of the cards that we're seeing in the in the first season of GX in this set, which is kind of crazy. I know that we're still missing quite a few cards from the GX era. Oh my god, there are so many of them. I know that Alexis Rose still has a few cards that we're missing. I know Jaden still has a few cards that we're missing. I'm trying to think. Does Jesse have anything? No, I think Jesse's got. I think all of Jesse Anderson's crystal cards we've got those. Maybe Crowler's cards. I don't remember exactly who else is missing cards. I know that we're still missing cards from Night Shroud, that's the English name. The subbed name, I think it's just Darkness. So we're still missing his card. We're still missing a couple of his cards. There's a lot of cards from not just from the GX era, but from a lot of the eras of Yu-Gi-Oh that we're missing. DM, 5Ds, Zexal. I think there's a couple missing from Arc 5. There's maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 4 cards missing from Brains. There's quite a few cards missing, so hopefully we get those in a future set. I know Valens cards were still missing, Darts cards were still missing. I don't even know if we're ever gonna get those printed, but we will have to wait and see. But these cards from the limited pack GX Osiris Red set, honestly, I can't wait for it. Can't wait to see what other cards are gonna get printed in this set. Only time will tell. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.